Hey guys, how's it going? All right, welcome back to another Stash Builder collaboration. And this one is hosted by Misty Delaney. And I'll link her channel in the comments below. So it's already getting messy. All right, so this is going to be just a little bit different of a Stash Builder. We are going to do some cards. Yep, already messy. Okay, I thought I'd have like a few minutes. But the card we're going to do is featuring Alice in Wonderland. And I am sending it to a friend. And so I thought I would also paint her a little teacup. Now, the teacup is part of the problem. I never dreamed that it would be hard to find a teacup. Originally I was just going to order one from Amazon and with it already done and like the Alice in Wonderland theme, right? And so I thought, well, that would be fine. But then I was kind of waiting around and I didn't, and because I'm slow, and so then I thought, well, and I was waiting on something else to come in, which still hasn't come in, and so I could probably get that by the time I get this, but then I got the idea to actually make it myself, which I thought would be way more fun. I thought. Hopefully it'll still be all right. We'll see. But the problem was finding the darn teacups. I just assumed that I could just go buy one teacup somewhere, and you can't. So I went, I went to my like local stores, Walmart. We're just trying to paint this all white, by the way, is what we're doing for our base. I should have let this dry first. That's okay. We're going to paint this. Then we're going to, I guess, let it dry over to the side, and then we'll work on the card. That'll give us time for the card. But anyway, you can't buy just one teacup. So I thought like Target or, I don't know, just different places. I did not get to go to Home Goods. I thought they might possibly have one. I don't care what pattern was on it because I was going to paint over it anyway. But I couldn't find one. And I could find like a set of china, but that was it. And I didn't want like a full, 12-piece set or something. And so finally I thought of going to Goodwill. And I was near one, so I thought, well, that could, surely that will work. And no, nothing. But they did have these. So I did get, I'm going to pick it up. It reminds me more of a teacup. Everybody had coffee cups. Like I could have gotten a million coffee cups. But that, again, was not what I was looking for. I'm going to have to touch it. Oh. Okay. I don't know. This may not work. Partly the reason this might not work. Let me just wipe my hands off over here. Is okay, let me show you. So I bought two. I thought that would be plenty. But they have these grooves on them. I never thought of that either. So now, as I'm painting them, it's just showing the grooves. And the pattern that I was going to put on there is maybe not whatever. And I was going to send like little embellishments and things in here and kind of wrap it up and make it all cute to go with the card. And yeah, that was my plan. So I don't know what, to be honest, that we are going to do. I'd like to tell you I have more of a plan, but I don't, as you can tell. Okay, so for right now, what I'm going to do is lay this over to the side and try to figure life out for a minute. so we're just, hopefully, I don't know. Oh, gosh. Don't you hate when you get on camera and then you're like, you don't have one clue what you're doing? That's today, but not with the card. I do know what I'm doing with the card, so that'll help. Okay. So I've got these Alice stamps, and I kind of want to use this, but I think I'm going to stamp something and cut it up. I don't know if she would like the Alice with the weird head, although I did think about using that one. But I wanted something with the Cheshire Cat, too. And so we're going to stamp, here's the Queen of Hearts, which I also thought about doing for the mug. And I still might. I'm not sure. But I've got that little background. I've got a bunch of dies, too. Got like that. That's pretty cute, but that won't fit on my die that I cut. And then I considered this because it has the Hatter and everybody in it. But I don't know. So for now, we're going to do this one. We might do another different one. I was going to do like a couple of these, but we might do different if if this doesn't exactly work, you know what I'm saying? If the teacup thing doesn't work out is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Just need to line this up a little bit better so that whole thing can fit on there. I don't remember where this stamp is from. Not really sure anymore. Some were from Viva Las Vegas, I think. Some were from Lost Coast Designs. Let's see, that one is from Carabelle Studios. Just anywhere I can find them, I'll get them typically. So, okay. My pad needs to be re-inked, so. But it's not like a super dark set anyway. But anyway, we'll see. So how you guys been doing? What have you guys been stamping lately? I haven't been stamping a whole lot. Been kind of wiped out this week. Y'all know I told you I was going to that concert last Saturday. I think it was a little too soon for me. I thought I could handle it, you know. But maybe I couldn't. Because I spent the next week, or this week, you know, recovering. I did work, but it was kind of hard, to be honest. So I've slept a lot and things like that. And then one day I had to go out and get groceries, and that wiped me out even more. And just, yeah. So there's that. But okay, so I think this is pretty decent. I'll go ahead and try to take that off. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to lay that to the side. We're not done stamping, because I'm going to stamp this one. The ones that are clear, I want to say, are from, I don't know. Maybe that sounded not good. There are some little new puppies outside, and they're just like wandering all around the neighborhood, and there's lots of big dogs all around the neighborhood loose. But they're constantly getting into fights, and it seems to happen right out here. I'm surprised my dogs aren't barking too. They don't quite know what to make of the puppies yet. Speaking of dogs, oh my gosh, I just went outside a few minutes ago, and it's a little late. I'm just getting up. My father went to church this morning. I got up, got him off and things, and you know what? Ooh, I should not have done black. Dadgummit. Hang on a second. Wipe that back off. Anyway, the dogs had caught a snake. So I go out just to give them a treat, you know, and get a little love and little snuggles before I start my video here. And yeah, I look down and I like gasp for a minute. I'm like, oh. So, but the snake is upside down. So I feel like that's a good sign as far as the snake anyway. So I grab a shovel and I go over there and the snake's already dead. But, so they have killed the snake, and now I don't know if the snake, where'd that brush go? I'm gonna give this cup, I know you can't see it over here, but just a quick wipe. Just so it's like trying to do its thing. Okay. So I'm gonna try to use red. All right. Anyway, I think I sent the picture to my aunt. She like knows snakes or whatever. She doesn't think it's poisonous. It looks like a little, kind of like a brown snake or whatever, but I don't know because it's fairly young and it's only like, I don't know, like a foot maybe long. I don't know. Not too long. And I'm going to stamp it once more. But, so I've been Googling it, like, what do you do for a snake bite, you know, and, it always happens. Today's Sunday, and thank goodness Misty has extended this thing to where we, can, like, post, the whole first week of April, because otherwise I probably wouldn't be making it. But anyway, I'm just gonna cut a few of these. But things for the dogs always happen on a Sunday, so then if we have to go in, it of course costs more to the vet because it's an emergency visit. But I've checked their faces, their paws, their this or that. You know, I've like pressed around on them. I've looked for puncture wounds, which honestly I think would be hard to see, but I don't see like any blood or any, I don't know what exactly you look for with a snake bite. But I will see. It doesn't look like, we don't have, well, we do have some poisonous snakes here. But it doesn't have like a rattle or anything like a rattlesnake. But who knows, with it being young, are they just born with those? Like, do they grow in? I don't know. I don't think it's a copperhead. But I don't know, like, what if it hasn't developed its whatever because it's a baby, and I don't know. So I'm just going to watch for any signs of anything with the dogs, and as soon as I do this, I'll be back outside sitting with them, just watching, I guess. So, and I don't even know which dog it was. Like, I tried to look on the cameras, and there's no, like, I guess maybe it wasn't enough movement or something to pick it up. But it doesn't show when or what. And the camera angle where the snake was laying was just enough out of the camera view. Like, I can see like this close to it, but not right where it was laying. So I can't tell exactly when, you know, when it got there or when it became dead or whatever. So I don't know. But it says if it's a brown snake or whatever, which is the most common one around here, but still, what if it's not? I don't know. I think it, you know, it basically said it's fine. Just watch for any like puncture wounds or anything if they're non-poisonous or non-venomous, to get like infected or something, you know. So I'll definitely be sure of that. But, man, I don't know. So it's always something. But it worries me. But, I mean, they seem okay, and they don't, maybe they got it before it bit them. They are super fast. I mean, they're rough stuff. Those two could take care of about anything, I do believe. But I just don't want something to take care of them, you know. And in the old days, I would not kill a snake or whatever, because all creatures just have a right to live. You know, I think if they're not bothering me, I'm not, it's fine. But since now I have the dogs and things, yeah, I would definitely do that, because first of all, I don't know them. I don't know the snakes enough apart, and I would just be quick and, you know, freaked out, I guess. I know that's probably not a good thing, but I don't want anything to happen to them. So, and we did, well, I say we, actually my dad did it. I didn't do anything this time. He was mowing the grass. My aunt had come down and I guess helped him with the mower or whatever, and so he got on, and I was at work, which I was not thrilled about, but I like for him to do it when I'm home, because he uses this thing to get up on the mower, and anyway, I feel like it's dangerous. I don't know, but okay, so I have, let me show you. Where's it at? Here we go. Oh no, I picked up way too much. Hang on. All kinds of other weird stuff here. Okay, so I didn't show this in haul, but I got this in the other day. This is the Graphic 45 Curiouser and Curiouser collection. And that's one of her famous sayings there. So there's all kinds of good little things. I really like that too. That's kind of what I wanted to do with the cup, but now I don't know. I may have to, like, I don't have my hot glue stuff out here, so this might be a partial video, but I'll just do a quick flip through and show you. But I may just have to glue some things on there. I don't know. So this is the paper that I'm using. And Curiouser and Curiouser. If you can dream it, you can do it. Those. So who are the Alice fans on here? Tell me. I'm using this too. Tell me what you like, what you don't. You know, are you an Alice fan? Are you not? Tell me all about it. So we might cut some of this out too. Cut a couple, but now I'm not sure. Okay, so what I did with this piece is I took a little bit of purple and went around the edges to kind of soften it, but now I'm not really sure about all that, so we'll come back to that. But we're going to, good gracious, I can't find anything. I moved it for that paint stuff, and now I feel like I'm all over the place. Hi, how are you guys? Let's start again. Mercy. Okay. We should probably really and truly start again. Okay, Alice is typically in a blue dress in most of the stories or the movies or the whatever, so let's go with that. But if you know anything about snakes, please let me know. And I wish I took it with the picture of it with this camera, so I don't know. I thought about trying to call the, actually I probably will. That's a good idea. Call the vet, and I'm sure they have like an answering service right now, you know, for any emergencies. So, let's see if I can text them a picture, and maybe they can tell me for sure what kind of snake it is, just to be on the safe side about not bringing them in. And I don't even know which dog. I'd have to take them both, I guess, because how do you even know which dog might have gotten bit? I don't know. But if they show signs, then naturally, you know, I would for sure. But so he goes, I guess. But anyway, I think it's because he was mowing grass and it's just starting to be spring, you know, and things are coming out and hatching and blooming. And it worries me that it's a baby because, you know, there's a mama somewhere. Or maybe, I don't know how many snake eggs do snakes lay? Are like, is it like 1 or 2 or like 50 or I don't know. Not super familiar with snakes. I mean, I don't mind them. I don't know. I don't like have them for pets or anything either. So just take care of this tree, which I think that right there is some grass. So I'll just leave that. We'll hit that with some green. But I think mowing the grass has stirred up the snakes. And down like at the end of our property, there are a lot of weeds and things growing up on the outside of the fence. I don't know, it's like, I don't really know if it's our property or not. It's, our fence does go down that way, so, but it's kind of like a roadway as well. And you have to like come over, it's hard to explain to get to our fence, but we just typically cut it anyway, just because of the dogs and things, just for things like this, actually. So it prevents bugs and snakes and critters from living in the brush or the weeds, I guess. But because that's the first, you know, the first whatever of that, and he, actually the mower even messed up, so I had to order something on Amazon that night for him, to get it working again, so we can't mow again until that comes in. But and it says it's not supposed to be in until I think between the 15th and the 17th is what it said. But so that's killing him because he's ready to mow again. Once he starts, buddy, you can't. He likes the grass cut very short, very often. But anyway, I'm just going to color all this green, I believe. But anyway, he does still need to weed eat, and he swears he can do it this year, and I don't know if that's a good idea or not. The boy we used to get to weed eat, and I just pay him to come and do it every other week or something. He has a job, so like a real job now, and so he's not doing that anymore. But I don't know. I don't like the idea of Dad doing it either. So, but he really, really wants to. But we'll see how it goes. The weed eater that we have, I think we need another weed eater. It's almost too heavy for him, and it's definitely too heavy for me, and I cannot do the weed eating. I can cut grass fine, and I'm actually thinking about getting a different push mower. Ours is, well, it's basically dead, but it's on its last leg. So is the ride mower, to be honest, but push mower's even worse. Like, it's just, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's easier to come in the front with the dogs and things and for me to do that than for him to try to bring the ride lawnmower in it, because we had to put up those extra fence pieces and things, and a long time ago there. Okay, so we're going to purple up the Cheshire Cat here. Actually, first we're going to give it some yellow eyes. Yeah, and we're going to purple it up. Doing a little bit lighter purple than what it typically is because, I don't know, I just feel like it shows up a little better. But anyway, I want to get a self-propelled mower, but my father says that's harder to do or something. I think it's not because it mows almost for you. It pulls you, but he's like, no, it just keeps wanting to go. And I don't know. So we'll see. I don't really have the money to do any of it because all my bills are coming due from the hospital now. It's freaking me out a little, to be honest. From the first doctor, it wasn't so bad like the little clinic over from the hospital. So I'm just going to give it some sky here. It's a little dark. And bills were coming in like $60 and this and that. No big deal, right? Like, I can do that. And then it's like $1,700 for the ambulance ride once I went from that to the hospital to the bigger hospital. And so that is going to be painful. And then I haven't gotten, well, I did get one bill for like $350 or something like that for, that was just the little clinic too, though, some of the tests they were running. So bad, but not horrible, I guess. I'm going to get some purple. I think I used this purple last time. I don't know. Maybe I don't need any purple. There's really not any purple on the paper. I just feel like it needs purple. I don't know why. Maybe just one little bit of purple at the edge here, you think? Maybe not. I think I just want to put it for myself, but okay, let's go back to the red that we stamped with. Not exactly a fan of this brush, but, well, whatever. We'll work it out. So I haven't even gotten any bills from the major hospital yet that actually helped the blood clots or anything, but, so, a little hesitant on spending any money or doing anything, and it'll definitely be cutting down on the doing anything really this summer or crafting budget or anything. Luckily, I have been ordering a lot of stuff from AliExpress lately. Haven't got to show you all of it yet, but I will. I'm just kind of putting it over there as it comes in, and I'll do one giant haul so I don't have to do a bunch of little mini hauls. And but it will definitely take over any fun money that we have. Okay, so I don't know, somehow I feel like I need some more, but maybe this will help. I feel like I need to almost so it kind of goes with that. I don't know. I feel like it's too stark white, but yellow might work even better. I actually think it would. I should probably already messed this one up now that I put that on it, but maybe not. Ooh, I don't mind that. Okay. And if honestly, if we don't like it, I mean, it's just paper. We can stamp it again. I hate for these videos to keep being super long, but they are, so I apologize. But that's what you get when you can't edit. So it is what it is. And this is kind of some life right now, down the rabbit hole again. Which I feel like most people take that dive fairly often, right? Oh, I do, anyway. Our country is about to go down a serious rabbit hole. Although, I do wish I could have been, a friend sent me a link. I didn't realize they were doing it in well, I'll say area, but that's why I didn't get to go, because it's not in my exact area. But all the hands-off rally demonstrations on this yesterday, the Saturday. But I would have loved to have been a part of that. They were doing it at each state's capital, but it ends up that a lot of the other cities were doing it too, not just the capital. So that was good. But I definitely am worried about our country and us affecting every other country, unfortunately. So I love that. That I would have totally gone to that demonstration, but that unfortunately was where the concert was last weekend. That completely wore me out. Like seriously, recovered all week from that. It was rough. Like I said, I just think it was a little too soon to go on such a trip. It's because it takes us 3 hours there and 3 hours back, so 6 hours round trip to go. But you know, we'd had the tickets, and like I said, the one of the singers had gotten sick and had to go through cancer treatments and things. They rescheduled, and we didn't really pick when they rescheduled, you know. So it's just kind of when it was. So I didn't want to miss it, but it was, if you don't know, I think I told you last time, but it was Heart and Cheap Trick. So from kind of bands from the 80s, you know, 90s. But it was a really good show. I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. And so many of the ones that we like are getting older, and probably never gonna see them again. Actually, we heard that Pat Benatar, y'all know her from the 80s, right? Come on, you gotta know Pat. Okay, let me organize this here a little bit. Maybe I should have done a different color. I don't know. I'm just gonna not second guess it and go with it. I feel like it needs something. Like I've got these, but these are too big. So I was gonna say those like for the teacup, but I've got these little tiny. So you can open little roses and things, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem very fitting somehow. So I guess it's just, well, just mess that up. I guess this is it. But anyway, so the demonstrations were at that location. Well, not that exact location, but like 5 minutes from there. And that's also where I was really close to where I was in the hospital. And but I think it would have been completely awesome. And I feel like there'll probably be more. So maybe I can make it to another one. Because I truly do believe in the cause, 100%. But I don't know. I'm sorry to get political on here. I'm trying not to, but you know, it is who I am, so it's my channel. So there we go. If you don't want to watch, you don't have to, but I love you anyway. It's okay. Okay. A little bit of too much stuff sticking out there. Hope that doesn't stick too much. Okay. I need glue. glue. Where is the glue? Is that one open? Yes. All right. All right, so I don't want them all lined up, right? I see little specks of white. I'm sure it's not a major problem, but it bugs me. Okay, here we go. Is this the one that doesn't come out? It is. Oh, I have the worst luck with glue. Where's the other one? Sorry about my squeaky chair. Man, I was sitting in some new chairs we got at work. This one's probably not even open. Well, it is. All right, this stuff is going to have to come alive here. That's a little too big for that, but it might work. Nope. Hang on, I gotta find my needle thingy. Oh, God. That scared me. Okay. Just gonna stick that back in there. It's a nice little holder. Glue the back. Yep, comes out nicely now. All right, down the rabbit hole again. Anyway, back to concerts. So Pat Benatar might be coming, and so we might go to that. He really wants to, but he's going to be paying for that one if we go, because I'm just, like I said, I don't even know what bills are coming, and it's freaking me out. I don't like the ones that I have already from the hospital, so I'm not going to be doing anything extra. And it's not even the summer. It's like May, so I don't even, it's like May the, I don't know, May the something. And it's on a Friday, which that's kind of a bummer too. I really don't, I like Saturday things, which the heart thing was a Saturday, so I could recover Sunday, but I don't know. He also wants to go see Ace Frehley. I think that's in Bristol somewhere, but I'm not going to do that one. It's another Friday. Like, I'm willing to go for Pat. Ace is going to have to, but he's a big Kiss fan, so anything that, you know, he would do, he would definitely go. Kiss is not touring now, you know, so, okay, but anyway, so there's our card for this. I like it, except for this. Now, I'm not exactly thrilled with that, but I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I probably should not have done the yellow and done a color that was going up here, but I don't. It is what it is. Okay, so I already have this one done, and I did it pretty much the same way. So we're going to make, actually, no, you know what? We're not going to make our second card. We're going to go back to our cup. Y'all can see me make a second card anytime, right? So just know that I'm making some more, hopefully. Okay, so let's see. It's not 100% dry, but it's some dry. So to be honest, y'all, I think I'm gonna need some ideas here. I need y'all's help. So you see how it's got like the texture. So what can I do there now? I don't know. It kind of messed up my plans. I barely had plans anyway, but I was kind of having some plans. Where's my paint palette? So I had some purple and black and red and some yellow if I needed it. And sorry about the squeaky chair. I sat in, that's what I was going to say a while ago. I sat in some really awesome chairs from work. We just got some new ones. And I love those chairs. I'm going to have to find out where they were those because I would love that as a crafting chair. I was talking to Misty and she mentioned some stencils. So I pulled out some stencils that I thought I might use. And that's going to be too big. We could go with red and more of a Queen of Hearts theme, but I only have that right there. Maybe this won't work. I don't really know. Maybe I could stencil. The inside is flat. I could curve it or something, and would that work? Not exactly. Maybe. I don't know. And this I thought looked kind of, I don't know, like down the rabbit hole. But again, I can't really, well, so I could I cut out some card things. Thought I did. Here's one that I really like. It's no use going back to yesterday because I was a different person then. I think we do have a tendency to go in the past all the time. And I guess we need to look to the future, whatever that is. And sometimes, to be honest, the future kind of sucks. It's not as fun as the past. we were younger then, or different things. I don't know. If the past sometimes almost seems easier. We had some of our loved ones, or just things hadn't changed. Maybe we just, I don't know. Okay. I don't know why that's on there. So we could do some things like this. I don't know if that's dry. We could tie a nice little bow or something like in Alice's hair. Although her bow would probably be blue, but who cares? It's haircut. Okay, so there's that. I guess I could paint some like squiggle lines or something. Or polka dots, or I'm not very good at painting or drawing. That's why I stamp. So the painting aspect is, it has to be very minimal, you know what I mean? Or I could write, let's see. Maybe I could write "We're all mad" here. I like that. Probably need a thinner marker. Yep. I think I do. I don't know. Let me look through here. Just get any ideas. I don't think I can paint a clock. There are a couple of butterflies. Yeah, I don't see anything I can paint. Okay, scratch that idea. Back to this. I'm gonna send this, but I'm gonna do mad in all caps. But this is definitely not going to be my finest hour of work. You know, when your 5-year-old makes you something and you're like, oh, they thought of me. Well, hopefully it's the thought that counts here. Because this is pitiful. I do believe a 5-year-old could probably do better. Definitely should have thought this out a little bit more. Experimented and all that. I do have a second cup there, but oh boy. Okay, so there is technically, is that small enough? Let's do a little red. So let's get one red heart on there. Oh, you definitely need a pointy brush. Even my brushes are wrong. Great day. This just keeps getting worse. Okay, well, how about we use this and we use these lines to our advantage and we just make some swirly little, things here. Kind of like we meant to do it, Maybe I'll just do that all the way around. That seems to be working sort of okay. All right, so now just don't know what to do about that thing. Okay, we haven't added any purple. So let's go in and add just a little bit of purple. Paints are a little old. Okay, so I just need like a round dot. Do I have like a pencil end? Actually would work, but I don't even think I have a pencil. I really don't have a pencil. That's crazy. Who doesn't have a pencil in life? What else could work? Well, I don't know. Ugh, that's getting all over that. I didn't even think it through enough to have cups for my brushes. Maybe that. Not going to exactly make the circle I want, but kind of. Well, I don't know if she will like purple, but I like the purple one here. I feel like it adds some flavor. A little offset on the, we'll do a few here. I don't know, y'all. So I do have one more cup. So tell me what you would do to make it better, and maybe I can try again. Maybe off camera so it doesn't look like such a hot mess, but okay. So what if inside we did some stripes? Like, so the outside has the black stripes. I'm into the stripe thing now, maybe because it's all I can manage to do. But wonder if I could get a heart right there. Ooh. Now that I don't mind. Yeah, okay. That's giving me okay vibes. So what about a few little just, I don't know. At this point, really, anything goes, so. It'll at least bring out the ribbon red. Well, they say handmade. You can definitely tell it's handmade by my 5-year-old self. Okay. So once that dries, uh-oh, oh, I thought I got a black spot on the ribbon. That was purple. I see. Yeah. Okay. I still think I could put this inside. I'll have to wait till things dry a little bit more, but I don't know. Maybe we'll spruce it up in another video. I can't think of much more to add, but I'll think of something. So, all right, guys, I think that is my video for today. It's probably already, yeah, it's pretty long already. If you stayed this long, thanks for watching. And down the rabbit hole again we go. Talk to you later, guys. Check out Misty's video. Actually, I just saw that she put hers up right before I did this, so I'm going to go watch hers next and chill out and have some breakfast and go check on the doggies and all the good stuff. So check her link out below. I don't know if anybody else has posted. I don't think I've seen any this week, but hopefully, if they're like me, they're just waiting for the last day, all that good stuff. And all right, we'll see you next month. Bye, y'all.